Okay, so once you turn your power off and you take loose your wires from your element, which that's one element, and then there you go, there's your number 2 element. As you can see, those are different wires. This is the yellow wire, then there's a blue wire. It really don't matter what color it is. Just turn the electricity off, take off those wires from your element, because that is your element. And we're going to get a good picture of that in just a second. So now, let's go back. Here we go. Focus. There we are. We're going to drain it with our hose. We're going to drain this 40-gallon hot water heater with the hose. You take your Phillips head. Take your Phillips head here. Open it up. Right? Yeah. It's already open, so I already drained the water. But what you want to do is open it up right there. That starts your draining. But from that alone, it's going to be slow. So what you want to do is go to the top of your hot water heater there and go to your release valve. You see that little shiny part that's sticking right up? You go to right there, that release valve. What that does, that releases pressure off and open up a flow. It has your water to flow straight down through the outlet, through the hose, and into a bucket. It helps your water flow. It releases pressure. Because if you don't, you're going to see it going very, very slow or nothing at all. So what you want to do is have that release valve, open it up, let that water flow. After all your water has flowed out, after you have emptied your tank, which I think we have, what I'm going to do is take off your element there. Let's get a good picture so you can see how well what the element actually looks like. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Cut. Okay, now that is your element. This is what you have to take off. When you go to the store and you're buying another element, let's back it up a little bit. Let's get a wider shot. See? It says element kit. Do I have to turn it backwards or anything for y'all to see? The element kit. That's what your element's going to look like. And you stick it inside the hot water tank. And it has a little rubber going inside. One thing that you do, I have one off. Here's the one that's off. See how nice and shiny that is, nice and silvery. Look at it, bling, bling, bling. And you got the rubber. Make sure you put the rubber on too, so it won't cause any more leaks. But the main thing when you putting an element in, before you even start, one thing is to do that I even messed up on, so even the pros do, is read the number, please. It got a number on one side and it got a number on the other side. The number you want to read is the wattage. So this one is, and I made a mistake of it, it says 4500 watt to 140 watt. But on the other side it says 3500, oh, excuse me. It's called the ALT rating. ALT rating is cool. You want to have that to be right the same way. You want to have both sides saying the same thing before you even put it in. And I had made that mistake before, but we're rectifying it right now. And that's what's going to go into your hot water heater. So once again, when you're changing your elements out, make sure you read the rating, the ALT and the voltage, the wattage on your element to make sure it's the right element. And you can get these elements at any hardware store, Home Depot, Lowe's, Marvin's. Okay, now we're ready. Just like I said before, it's a bolt, treat it as a bolt. I got my pliers right here, my channel locks. It's no problem with it because you do it right, it won't mess it up. You know, it won't scratch it, or you know what I mean. But anyway, it's loose. So now you take it out just like you're doing any regular bolt, anything else. Just take it on out. Boom. There it is. Look at that.
Already?
Mm-hmm. Dirty, nasty. Let's see. Let's get a good look at that. That's it right there. Look at that. That means it's done. Stick a fork in it. It's cooked. Ready to go. Black. Black. Okay. What? See the difference? See the difference? They do it right. Focus. See? New. Old. So you know it's time to put another one in. Stick a fork in it. So now what I did, I came back. I know it's water. Water's going to be in it. That's why it has a rubber. But still, I'm the kind of guy put a little WD-40 on it. Stick it right back in there. Got my rubber on it. Got my trusty. See? Nice turn. Now, one thing about it, when you're turning, try to keep it on your metal spot, on your bolt. Don't keep scratching it to hit that. You don't want to break that there. And then that makes it no good. So you want to turn it to get it a good tightness. But not, it don't have to be real tight, just tight enough. Tight enough to where you can move that, I guess. And as you're putting on your wires, just put bottom to bottom, top to top. It doesn't matter. I can take this and put this on the bottom, put this on top. It's not going to matter because it's still the same element. So usually I just go ahead and put the top to top, bottom to bottom. It's not going to make a difference. Because when I worked at Bream, it didn't.
It's under your foot.
Okay. I need to, that sounds like somebody I know. Yeah, when I worked at Bream, they didn't say which one. They just said this goes on top, this goes on bottom. Or either vice versa. Follow me, camera guy. See how I put it on? Tighten it on up. Phillips head screwdriver. You gotta be too tight. It's tight enough to make the connections. Voila, there we go. Make sure the wires go back inside here, where you can have the casing. See, that's what goes. That's the facing right there. It goes on the face on. Don't worry about the insulation. You'll be all right. Yeah, I'll put it back there. I mean, I'm talking about the, like new insulation or something like that. Ain't no worry. But now that's done. That element's on. Let's move to the next one. That's element number one. Well, like you were saying, might as well go ahead and put it on the feet right now. And some more.
Just use that one in your left hand.
In here.
To go.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. There's one more thing. One more thing that is on it. I did forget something. When you open it up, it does have a face, a little case, and a little something that protects it. As you can see how it is. See where it kept. Now, just guess how it's supposed to go. Huh? Yep, just like that. Bam. See, face, bam, boom. Okay, here we go. Putting the face back on there. Put the top on. Fits right inside there. Good. Screw it on. I'm not going to screw it on yet. All the way. All the way. Take that off. The pressure off. Okay. Number two. Let's go. Tight. There you go. All right, here we go. Now, turning the water off, of course. My drain, cut my drain off. Well, y'all can't see that. Focus, okay. All right. We might have a little excess water. Matter of fact, if I'm thinking I'm going to have excess water, why not take off the element first? That'll be better because I can fit that under there. See what I mean? It'll catch water better. Let's try. See, there's an easy. Easy. There we go. Oh, there's no water. What we're gonna do? Took the element out of his sheet, right? Element, same one, right? Boom. I have my washer once again. Put the washer on. Make sure the washers don't have flipped over or turned or anything like that. Make sure it's just straight and flat, so you get the best protection. So now, doing the same thing as I did to the top, is screw the element in. When you're screwing the element in, make sure you kind of screw it in as straight as you can, because as soon as you put it in, it goes up or down. You know, you can, as soon as you want to put it in there, it's gonna go down like that. And just take your time, hold it real firm, put it in there straight, give it a good little turn, and try not to cross thread it. Cross threading is when you turn it sideways or it goes in funny. You want to make it going straight. Then take your tool. Tighten it up. Righty tighty, lefty loosey, yeah. As I've been told. But tighten it up just enough, since you don't have any water into the tank. When you tighten it up and you feel this tank move, you tighten it hard enough. You don't need to tighten it too hard. Just enough to hold firm. Okay, now side, elementary. Go. The wires will fit inside and then they're tucked in. Now this one, I'm going to go ahead, well, let me turn it in a little tighter. As you're doing this, I don't know if your water was too hot or too cold, but now that you do have everything open and you're repairing your hot water heater, you see that there? That's the temperature gauge. You got a chance to turn it up. See, hotter, it'll say hotter, or it'll say cooler. Well, I'm not saying cooler, but it has a hotter button. And you see her button's on a hotter button. I'm going to turn her down a little bit. Yeah. Just a little bit. It don't need to be overheated.
Yeah, it don't need to be overheated. You turn it up.
One thing about turning it up too also, getting at a hotter temperature, it runs more electricity. So I'm gonna turn it down to almost 3/4, not 3/4, to where it has an A, B, or C, and I'm putting it between B and C. See that? Yeah, that's at least that. That's pretty good hot water, I think. I think that's pretty good hot water. I'm gonna do it for the top, but I come back to the top. Now, you got that set, and you could do it for both places, because up at the top also, it has the same thing. So now I'm gonna close up the bottle, because I don't need anything else. Everything else is closed. Everything else is ready. Sit down in there firm. Okay, got that in there. Screw. And we're ready. What I want to do now, let's turn it on. Let's turn some water on. So, now, you hear that? Hear that? Hear that? Yeah. Yeah, water's flowing, water's flowing, water's flowing. Turn on electricity. Same time, your elements start working, right? Your element works best when there's water inside of it, and it's working in water. If you don't have it working in water, so it can burn up. Give it a second. We're going to give it a couple of minutes here and let it fill up with water. Then we're going to come back, turn it on. Then we're going to wait at least an hour or two. And then we're going to see if we got hot water. And you'll be with me. And until then, let's see what we got. Okay. Now that we got everything set up, we got the elements done. We turned on, well, we got the elements done, put back in and replaced. We got it cooked up. We got the electricity turned on. Got the water turned on. We waited for a second. We waited for about an hour. And let's see. Can you see the steam rising? That's hot water. But what we want to do is let it run, let the air get out. We did that for the cold water also. Let the air run out. Everything run through with all the pipes and hoses. Get ready, get through. Oh, we got good hot water. Oh yeah, good and hot right here. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I don't know if you can see the steam. Let me see if you can see the steam, but let the steam rise. Yeah. Well, take my word for it. It's hot. It's hot. Okay, I still can't see the steam rise off of it. There it goes. There it goes. Can you see the steam? Can you see the steam rise? That right there, that coloration of water means that it is hot. So, that is those elements. The elements cost $10.81, I think. $10.81. You got 2 of them. So what, that's $22. To buy a new hot water tank, it's going to cost you $150, $200, depending on what tank you get. Depending on if you can buy it at a cheaper cost. You know, you got to run around the stores, got to run around everywhere to try to buy it. But that is a good, easy way of replacing a hot water tank. Is just replace the elements. Sometimes the computer, or not the computer, but the thermostats but the thermostats are easy to replace. You see, he's already had the wire hookups and everything to it. So as long as that cast iron tub is good. As long as the cast iron casing is in good condition, no need to buy you a new hot water heater. Just replace the element.